The third episode of the new reboot for All That just aired, so let's talk about it. Hey everybody, my name is Justin. I love to watch movies. I also love to watch All That. If you guys can relate, you guys are in the right spot. Make sure to hit that subscribe button down below so you guys don't miss any of my up and coming videos. Today we're going to talk about the third episode of All That. I've been enjoying the new reboot series so far. We've been a couple episodes in. I feel like the cast is clicking now. They really understand each other, and I do like the fact that they're bringing some old cast members back, like Kel Mitchell, who does appear in this episode, back into the show. So it brings back that nostalgia with this episode while also trying to usher in a new era of All That cast members, while also paying tribute to what made the original series work so well. I also like the fact that they keep the theme song for the show. But the third episode of All That opens up with some of the cast members walking down the hallway, and they see a button and it says, "Do not push." One of the kids says, "Well, what if I push the button? You know, maybe it says donut button," and you push the button and it brings you donuts. They're trying to resist the urge to hit the button. A girl comes in, pushes the button, and out comes a donut. Then they're also wondering, does anything else happen when you press that button? And it shows a building being destroyed. And it reminded me a lot of some of the original openings for the original All That show. Just, it's kind of simple and also ridiculous as well. So I thought it was funny. It's really simple, but it did remind me a lot of how it's structured with the other openings as well. Then we move on to our first skit, which is the Simplicity game, but it's supposed to be the most simple game ever, but the way that the host describes the show and all of the rules, it makes it for a very hard game. And so I liked watching this episode and seeing how the contestants had a hard time understanding the game, because you had to pull a lever, then you had to hit a button, and if you're in the 6th round, and you had to divide the answers by 2. It's all very confusing, and if you get one wrong, you can get attacked by a bear or get slapped by a fish. And so I like that this episode was really quickly paced, because it doesn't give any time for the contestant to try to catch up with the game, so I thought that was pretty funny. It's supposed to be a simple skit that turns into something really challenging, and I thought it was funny. Then we had a little side skit called Positive Poppy, which had a girl named Poppy, and she was saying positive statements. There's about 3 times that this appeared in the episode, and she said something positive, and then it backfired on her. Like she said, turn your cans into cans, and she's stacking soda cans, and they fall and they hit her. And so they're taking those positive statements and then turning them against her. They're really quick. Can't really say anything else besides that they're funny, and the actress in here handled the scenes fairly well. Then probably the best skit in this episode is Coach Crean, and that brings back Kel Mitchell as Coach Crean, character from the original All That episodes. And here he is just a full ball of energy, and he's stuck in his ways of coaching, and this new team wants to be fair and make friends with everybody, and, you know, if they come in 4th place, oh well. And he says, no, you got to be aggressive and you got to kill them. And so I think it was funny just seeing that old versus new, which is essentially the All That. It's the old cast and the new cast trying to come together. And so I thought it was pretty funny how he was so like, no, you need to be aggressive, you need to beat them. There's 2nd place is the first loser, which made a lot of sense, oddly. But I like Kel Mitchell in here. He had that deep, raspy voice for Coach Crean, and he was so like aggressive, and his energy was just so crazy. And I like seeing the new cast interact with Kel Mitchell. You could tell that they're having fun, you know, throwing a bag of ice at him or slamming his hand in a locker. Whatever it was, I thought it was pretty funny seeing Kel Mitchell alongside this new cast as well. Then we had something really unexpected. It was a movie trailer to the sequel for A Quiet Place, but they had called it A Silent Place, and they had some of the cast members in this room, and one of them was complaining about the food that they're eating and how it's not sitting right with their stomach, and it's beans, and he has to fart. They're telling him, no, if you fart, it will attract the monster. And he does it anyways, and it attracts the monster, but turns away a monster because of the bad smell of the fart. Thought it was pretty funny, kind of corny at times as well, but I like that they're ripping something else. It's just not like kid friendly. A Quiet Place was so popular, and I'm sure kids that are around the age that all that is targeting had watched A Quiet Place, so they called it A Silent Place 2, silent but deadly, which was the fart. And so I thought it was pretty funny. I thought the movie trailer was shot nicely. It looked nice, and it's ironic, you know, a fart. There's one thing that you're trying to hold back that really sometimes can't be silent. Could attract this monster. And the last skit was literally Liza. And, you know, people talk on social media and live. They say, I literally died, or I literally peed my pants. Everybody says literally a lot. And literally Liza was there to make sure you actually meant it. So when someone says, I'm literally dying, she had brought up, she was there to perform CPR on them, or I'm literally dead. She was there to act like it was a funeral. So it was funny to see her, it was funny to see how she would react to people saying literally. And this just tells me once again that Gabriella Green is really funny. I really liked her as Beyonce in the first couple episodes. That Bed, Bath, and Beyonce episode was pretty funny. And here as literally Liza, she just tells me that she's really funny. I really liked her in here. She was hilarious. She really seemed invested in this small role as literally Liza. I was literally laughing. And they were there to tell her, no, I'm not dying, or I'm not peeing my pants, and it's embarrassing, but she was just saying, don't say literally if you literally don't mean it. That was the last skit before the commercial, and then move into our musical guest, which I don't really watch. I mean, I kind of just zone out, and then I get ready to film the review for you guys, and if it's someone that I don't know, I don't really care to watch it. I watched the Jonas Brothers one, the first episode. I didn't watch Daddy Yankee, and I didn't watch this one. I can't really even tell you who performed. Maybe it's someone interesting next week. We'll see. So there you guys have my review for the third episode of All That. What was your favorite skit? I would have to say Coach Crean was mine, but the Silent Place trailer was pretty funny as well. Leave your comments down below. My name is Just Watch Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.